So back in ancient Hawaiian days, the kahili was used to represent royalty, and before they were just human beings, just standing representing royalty. But they've changed that into the featherwork, and what they did was they would grab various feathers from various birds and then create a kahili.
For this project, we did it two ways. We did the large kahili, and then we did the small kahili.
And the small kahilis are called the kahili pa'alima, so you just hold them in their hand because they're that small. And the two large kahilis that were made by the parents, one of them was named Ho'okahi ka ilo like'ana, which means wheel the paddles together. So that was representing how the parents worked together to create a beautiful kahili. And the other one was called Umia Kahanau, which means hold a breath, because it is a long process and you have to be very patient because sometimes it doesn't turn out exactly how you want it. So it just means that you don't give up too easily.
Our parents worked on these kahili for about 2 months in 3 work sessions. They originally planned for 8, but our parents were just really eager and they were really excited about it, so they finished it in 3.
As we made the kahili, each feather represents a prayer or like a small sort of token of your spirituality, what the Hawaiians call mana. So every feather represents a little bit of your mana, and at the end, your entire kahili is comprised of your mana that you put into it. So every kahili has its own personality. Auntie Paulette was a wonderful woman. She sat us down. She took the time to teach us. She taught us the history from what she learned about making kahili, and she is probably one of the cultural icon of Hawaii because she is one of the only people, I think, the only person that still teaches how to make. One of the few that still teaches how to make kahili, and I feel that she is one of the people that is truly perpetuating our culture.
Yeah, because it was almost a lost art, and I feel like she is working really hard to perpetuate it and to make sure that younger generations, especially ours, learns it so that we can pass it on to our children and keep the culture alive in that aspect.
When you can apply what's been handed to you as a gift and be able to reach out and continue that gift giving, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
We're food chairs this year. We've been part of food committee for 3 years so far.
Biggest challenge for me is probably just making sure the lights are on cue, because without lights, luau is not possible, and just probably time management between school and luau.
The biggest challenge right now is just balancing everything. Pretty busy with school, sports, and luau, so it's just balancing everything.
I think it's hard making decisions for everyone in the club, especially big decisions to make everybody happy, but of course not everyone's going to be happy. So that's hard. It's difficult. Can't please everybody. I think what was difficult about this year is that we made a lot of interesting changes, yet positive for our club, and we just hope everybody can see that. Parents do so much. They do so much for luau. Like, luau probably wouldn't even be possible without the parents. A lot of them actually fly up from Hawaii all the way to Oregon just for this luau.
They mostly help out the week of luau and basically just helping getting everything back into the containers and transporting it back. They also help sew and help take in costumes and stuff.
They do so much for us. Like, we have to do these tasks, but by the time we get there, parents already finished things because they just don't even want us to worry about it.
This year's theme is Aloha Aku, Aloha Mai. And to me that means just sharing aloha and being kind to everyone when you see them, regardless of what kind of day you're having, because you don't know who could brighten up your day. And just an atmosphere of aloha is a great atmosphere to be in.
Spreading the aloha is just, it's a meaning of Hawaii. It's what we always want to do, make people happy and have people come and view our luau and just enjoy themselves.
When you come to our luau, you just see there's just the sheer number of students that really care about sort of sharing this culture and participating and having fun at the same time, and just being there, I think, and being willing to put in the work. You just so much more dancers than you'll ever see at a typical luau.
It's just a great experience to be a part of, and I'm glad I'm part of the Hawaii Club to just put this on for everyone and make sure everyone has a good time.
Trying to save the jokes for the luau.
Yeah, can't give away our monologue early.
Would like to thank Auntie for giving us the opportunity, and also the NHOH board.
Yeah. And we'd like to thank the campus for all their support of letting us do this year.
I would like to thank everyone in the club, really, because without, dancers, there's no one to dance, and without luau board, there's no one to coordinate things, and without Auntie Edna, I mean, this would have never really started. So just thank you to everyone and parents and everyone that help out with this whole thing.
I think for all of us seniors, it's been a crazy 4 years. I mean, we're one of the smallest classes and one of the tightest classes, and so it's going to be really hard for all of us to say goodbye to each other. And so I think if I had to thank anybody, it would be the other people in the senior class. I mean, for all their efforts, for all that they've learned, and for all that we've shared with each other, and being able to have this experience together for the past 4 years, it's just been incredible. And I think we're never going to forget that. So I would like to thank the senior class. They're awesome.
Oh, video.
Kuni ka maunay kalaiye oi ale ale lai wai lua hu kia elai kalani ka papa awai o kawai kini alai ia elai no na lo kai puha kalaula mau ka o ka pae mai pai ka leo he ole ka he mai
o no nei ka hala me ka le hua he hale le hua no ya na ka no anei hoi o ka hiki mai. A hiki mai no oe, hiki puno me ke aloha. Aloha e, aloha e, aloha e. He lele mai la I ko kala pue o puka ina pai ko
Aloha! You know, guys, the customary greeting of the Hawaiian Islands is usually followed by an equally friendly response. Let's try that one more time. Aloha! Mahalo.
Which means thank you.
Welcome to the 53rd annual Nahomana Ohawaii Luau. My name is Bryce Kirshner. Cameron Pumphrey.
And Natasha Ka'io, and we will be your masters of ceremony this evening.
We hope to bring you the culture of Hawaii through a variety of dances, music, and traditional dress. However, with us being the least culturally diverse, musically talented, or coordinated of the NHOH,
or Nahomana o Hawaii,
we decided the best way we could spread our aloha to you was through teaching the commonly used Hawaiian language of Pidgin. Hobra.
meaning a prelude to describing something amazing or intense.
We got choke dances tonight.
A lot.
So we have to get through this mean introduction, fast kind.
Meaning fast.
As much as we'd love to talk story,
To converse,
with all you brothers, sisters, and cousins,
ladies and gentlemen,
we have to get to the best luau in the Pacific Northwest. Shoots. Welcome to the 2013 Nahomana o Hawaii. Aloha ku, aloha mai.
the wahine of Nahomana o Hawaii honored Queen Liliuokalani through their dance and chant. The chant, O Liliu, Ololoku, is a ka-na'e-na'e, or chant of praise for Liliuokalani, written after the overthrow of the Hawaiian monarchy. The dance, Himeleno Kama'i Wahine o Liliuokalani, honor the native lands and people of Hawaii, and offers a lay of love to the last reigning monarch of the Hawaiian kingdom.
The men of NHOH open up with this tale of the Battle of the Owls. After a man, Kapoi, steals eggs for the nest of the pueo, or owls, they beg him to return them. He does and builds a heiau, or temple, in their honor. King Kekuhiheva learns of Kapo'i's deeds and sentences him to death. The pueo come to his aid, conquering the king's warriors, and have since been recognized as a powerful aumakua, or family guardian. Ku'u pua vaikahule, hele ho'oheno ona ona. For whom I liken to the vaikahuli flower is my most precious and cherished love. Composed by Kuana Torres, he poetically speaks about the love of his life, comparing his lover to the vaikahuli flower which grows abundantly on the island of Hawaii. This flower is found blanketing the mountain slopes between Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa. With bright yellow petals and a deep red center, it is sure to catch one's eye from afar. Join these lovely hula maidens as they reveal this secret love affair. Great job, ladies. And please give another round of applause for our musicians who put in countless hours to prepare for this event.
Ever since the first time I saw you, you were like a non-stop train on the moon, taking me places I never thought I'd go to. Now I realize how much I love you. Ooh, if only I wasn't so blind, I will have you by my side. Now that we're living our separate lives, I hope that true love never passes me by. This thing of ours, so beautiful, never needed more. Just like a flower, you did it all without touching the floor. It is what it is, my love. It is what it is, my love. Hey baby, I knew you'd always be the one to complete me. Since the day we met, it's always been so easy to love you up, to love you up. You warm my heart every time you hold me in your arms. Your tender love and charm. When I look into your eyes, I recognize that our love will never die. This thing of ours, so beautiful, I never needed more. Just like a warrior, you did it all without touching the floor. It is what it is, my love. It is what it is, my love.
Dane Lim Ho on the guitar.
Flowers, so beautiful, I never needed more. Just like a warrior, you did it all without touching the floor. It is what it is, my love. It is what it is, my love. It is what it is, my love. It is what it is, my love.
Ka Uluvehi o Kekai is a beautiful mele about the plants of the sea. This mele describes the beauty of the ocean and the hot Hawaiian sun. The limu, or seaweed, is enticing and sways gracefully back and forth. The limu tempts onlookers to pick them. The fragrance of the lipoa is cherished. This mele is performed by the freshman class of Pacific University. Take a dip in the warm ocean with us and enjoy a journey of picking limu on the hot rocks and warm sand.
Conversations late at night. Thought that we would ever end up this way. Never noticed the motives behind the things you would say. Say, how you doing? Are you okay? I hope to see you another day. Till we meet again, who would have thought there's something so innocent? Who would have thought that we could be more than so what it do? I am available. Can I come through? Come and pick me up. I just want to. I'm gonna brush your hair. What you brushing for? Well, it's just there. Don't you already know, yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? It's something so innocent.
University offers a one-credit human performance course in hula. Any student may enroll in this class and learn how to dance. This year's members of the hula class will be using a Hawaiian implement called the pu'ili, or split bamboo.
This year, students will be dancing A Konahema o Kalani, a song that acknowledges the Kona and Kohala districts of the island of Hawaii. It tells about the whispering sea of Kauai High and the Pa'a winds that causes the sea to rise.
Yeehaw! Hold on to your hats as the gentlemen of Pacific University show you how to tame wild stallions. These kicking, stumping, balking horses try every trick to knock the cowboys off their back, but the tough Hawaiian cowboy hangs on and doesn't give up. Time changes as we travel from the ranch lands of the Hawaiian cowboy to the fabulous beaches of Waikiki. Diamond Head is the backdrop, and the sparkling Pacific surf breaks on the luxurious golden sandy beaches. You are the lucky visitors, lounging at the shores as we convey to you the beauty of Waikiki, well known all around the world.
This year's Palua, or couples dance, uses two Hawaiian mele to share a love story. The first mele, Pili Mau Me Oe, was written by Chris Kali'ia'a, Manu Boyd, and Kenneth Makua Kane. The sweet pikake fragrance reminds one of the first time he met his sweetheart, and fondly remembers the way that love blossomed.
The second medley, Puahone, was written by Dennis Kamakahi in Tacoma, Washington. He performed the song over the phone to propose to his wife, who is waiting back home in the islands. This love ballad speaks of the beautiful honey flower and the calm mist and verdant fauna of Maikiki.
Hali haka manao
you who may not know, the kahili is a feather stand that represented royalty in the ancient Hawaiian times. These feather standards in large and small handheld versions led processions, held court, and reminded the commoners that these were indeed a li'i that needed to be respected. They were exclusive of the li'i's place in Hawaii society and are symbols that deserve honor and respect. The Keikui Foundation and Diva Yamashiro of Vancouver, Washington, inspired Auntie Edna's dream, the dream for Oregon to also have a set of kahili. Auntie Edna has worked with Auntie Paulette of Na'alimamili Hula No'eau. The big kahili you see has been handcrafted by the parents and family members of the students within NHOH. The kahili pa'alima that is in this next dance has been handcrafted by NHOH students. During the winter term, 6 students learned a kahili dance from Auntie Paulette's daughter, Mele. With their permission, the 6 students returned to Pacific and taught this wonderful dance to students so it can be shared with you tonight.
At this time, we'd like to say mahalo to you, traveling from afar, and welcome, especially to those who lent a hand preparing for this grand luau.
Aloha ke kahi I ke kahi means love one another.
And tonight, on behalf of Hawaii Club, I'd like to extend a big aloha to you all.
While traditionally a woman's dance, legend says poi balls were first used by men to develop flexibility in their wrists and improve their use of hand weapons. The first half of the performance will be more traditional, showing authentic costumes and dance movements. The second half of the performance will be using glow poi, giving this traditional dance a modern twist.
pati, more commonly known as the Samoan slap dance, is traditionally performed by a group of men to display strength and civility. The slap dance is performed at almost every important Samoan occasion, such as weddings, birthdays, Flag Day. This dance is rarely done alone and will require a lot of coconut oil rubbed onto the skin, as the slapping can sometimes scar the body. A traditional non-instrument slap dance called Manu Samoa will be performed first, followed by a surprise contemporary performance in the contemporary slap.
Talofa Samoa!
Malie, tangifa, malie, tangifa, papapati, lifa, ai, sitatai, wanai, ngole, afi, ai, mua, o. Malie, tangifa, papapati, lifa, ai, sitatai, wanai, ngole, afi, ai, mua, o.
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자, 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자, 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자, 그런 반전 있는 여자. 너는 선호해. 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선호해. 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선호해. 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선호해. 그런 선호해. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남 스타일.
Drew Carney this morning is going Hawaiian, and he hasn't even left the mainland, which is the nice part. He is with the Hawaiian Club out of Pacific University. They're getting ready out there for their big luau. So Drew is going to be having some fun out there this morning. He's in shorts. That's always a good morning. 5:12 is our time. You're watching News Channel 8 at Sunrise, where the news comes first.
Drew Carney is out and about this morning in Forest Grove.
He is showing us some traditional Hawaiian culture. He's at Pacific University. Drew, good morning.
And if I heard correctly there about, I don't know, 12 minutes ago, Russ, I think I heard you mention you want to see me with my shirt off this morning. So shirt off this morning, you get.
No, you didn't.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. We are in Forest Grove. We're talking about the Pacific University Hawaiian Club's 53rd annual luau, which comes our way this weekend. We've got the freshman members of the Hawaiian Club giving us a little entertainment this morning, a sneak peek of this terrific event. Food, dance, and a whole lot of fun coming our way starting next on News Channel 8 at Sunrise.
The Hawaiian Club at Pacific University in Forest Grove is celebrating the culture in style this week, including an authentic luau.
It's a great event. Drew Carney is out there this morning in Forest Grove, and I'm still trying to figure out when I requested a shirtless Drew. That hasn't happened in the history of this newscast, has it? I don't think so.
And maybe I misunderstood you. I don't know. I'll tell you what, I'm not wearing a lot this morning. I am wearing more than these gentlemen are wearing right now. We are getting ready for the 53rd annual Pacific University Hawaiian Club Luau. It is this Saturday. It is a whole lot of fun. It starts with a great meal at 4:30. There is a terrific show that follows at 6:30. Tickets are still available. BoxOfficeTickets.com is where you can purchase those tickets. And as we get a look at a certain style of dance that I'm not even that familiar with, Kristen, I need your help over here. Kristen Apana. The name of this style of dance would be?
Kahiko.
Say it again?
Kahiko?
Kahiko?
Yes.
I want to know about one other element. I mentioned the meal, I mentioned the entertainment. What about this Hawaiian general store, the Hawaiian country store that everyone talks about?
The country store and concessions open on Saturday at 10 a.m. The country store has jams, jellies, chocolate-covered macadamia nuts, all things that are flown up from home.
So authentic island items that are flown in from the islands just for this
that
week's
you
event.
Can buy.
And probably some of them aren't even here yet.
Yes, they are picking up some right now as we speak. And concessions has a lot of food like chicken katsu, teriyaki beef plates, manapua, musubis, and tons more.
So it's really a full day of fun out here, beginning at 10 a.m. with the country store, then the big meal at 4:30, the entertainment at 6:30, a lot of dancing, which I hope to do a little bit later. Oh, really? We're out of time already? Gentlemen, we have to go. So Russ and Brenda, I say back to you for now.
All right, Drew, a little island sun for him, maybe?
Oh, yes.
You think? Thanks, Drew.
That sounds nice when we're talking about rain. It's 5:42. Drew is out and about at Pacific University this morning, and you're celebrating all things Hawaiian.
Yes, I realize many in our viewing area are not able to get to the Hawaiian Islands this weekend. The good news is the Hawaiian Islands are coming to us thanks to the 53rd annual Pacific University Hawaiian Club Luau. Yes, all the details on this fantastic event, the food and the entertainment coming our way next. Keep the hula coming. This is News Channel 8 at Sunrise.
Drew Carney is out and about this morning. He's in Forest Grove getting ready for the big luau out there at Pacific University.
Yeah, Drew, they've got a lineup of a lot of traditional events that are going on.
Absolutely, guys. This is the second full week of April, of course, and during that second full week of April, we always come out here to the lovely campus of Pacific University in Forest Grove. This week, it's all things Hawaiian out here because the 53rd annual Hawaiian Club Luau at Pacific University is this Saturday. There you see the information on the screen as far as the dinner time, 4:30, the show time, 6:30. I'll let you know. BoxOfficeTickets.com is the website to go to get tickets. In the past, this event has sold out. There are still tickets available this year. That's good news if you want some great entertainment on a Saturday night. We have with us right now students in an actual class at Pacific University. It's a hula class. I was told you can get 1 credit for this class. Good luck, students, in achieving that 1 credit. Kristen and Landon, come on in here. I have representatives of the Hawaiian Club with me this morning as well. She is Kristen, he is Landon. As long as we're talking classes, I thought maybe you could give me a little language lesson this morning, correct?
Correct.
What do you have for me as far as learning the Hawaiian language?
So I have this word here, which is pronounced luau.
Oh, luau, I know luau.
Yes, and this means a Hawaiian feast or celebration, a gathering to celebrate.
As I suspected, yes. What's on the back there? Lua.
Lua. This word means toilet.
So close, and yet so very different. Sometimes I have to go to the Lua, but I really enjoy going to the Flip It Luau. Okay, Landon, what do you got for me? You got something else there?
Yeah, we got some common misconception words. So Drew, we'd like you to say this real quick.
That's easy. That's like.
It's actually like.
Sure about that? Like?
Yeah. So we'll try this one. How do you say this one?
Pipeline.
Pipeline. You're correct on that one.
I was. Oh, you thought I was going to go there? Yeah, no. See?
I thought you were going to say pipeline.
No. I'm very familiar with pipeline, but that's how again?
Like.
Like. And that means?
That's just one of the royalties from Hawaii, and it's also a highway. It's named after a highway.
This is the highway to good television right here, through that camera lens of Camera Steve. How about Landon and Kristen, you go that way. I'll go this way, and then you can see one more time the students from the hula class here at Pacific University. I took racquetball in my senior year at Temple for a couple of credits. These guys take hula for their credits, and we're out of time, but I'll have more on the luau this weekend coming up, guys, in the 6 o'clock hour. Back to you for now.
Sounds good, Drew. Thanks. That just makes me want sunshine.
I know. If we can't
about Hawaii.
If we can't have the Hawaiian weather, the luau is the next best thing because we're going to have a lot of rain. Drew Carney's with us this morning. He is out at Pacific University in Forest Grove, and he is going Hawaiian.
Yes, I'm also lightly dressed this morning, Russ and Brenda, but I stand before you lightly dressed for good reason, because we're going to celebrate with a little luau this weekend. It's the Pacific University 53rd Annual Hawaiian Club Luau. It is coming our way in just a few days with a preview all this hour right here on News Channel 8 at Sunrise.
Drew Carney is out and about this morning with Pacific University's Hawaiian Club.
Yeah, the club's getting ready for their big luau coming up this weekend out in Forest Grove. Always a big event. A few tickets still available, right, Drew?
Yes. That's absolutely right, Russ. Good morning again to the two of you. I am weaving my way through the dancers here this morning at Pacific University. The Hawaiian Club putting on their 53rd annual luau this Saturday. Box office tickets is where you can find those tickets you mentioned. There are the times on the screen as far as the dinner goes. Great meal, traditional Hawaiian fare beginning at 4:30, and then the big show. Lots of entertainment coming our way on the campus here at Pacific University beginning at 6:30. Again, boxofficetickets.com. We're learning a lot about Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian tradition, some of that tradition right here in my very hands. This feather item known as a kahili. There is a bigger version right there to the side of the stage as well. These kahilis, representative, symbolic of royalty on the islands. So says the traditional Hawaiian culture. I could do this sort of dance right now. It's a beautiful dance, but I choose not to do this dance right now. I am gearing myself up for what's known as the haka. That is when I slap myself about the arms and chest. And I do it with a bunch of other students here at Pacific University. So kahili dance now, haka coming your way in about 18 minutes. Russ and Brenda, back to you.
Always one of our favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks,
yeah,
Drew.
yeah. It's 6:42. Drew is out and about in Forest Grove this morning. Aloha.
You hear that, Russ and Brenda? That right there is the war cry, also known as haka. Yes, haka, a part of the entertainment lineup coming this weekend here at Pacific University during their 53rd annual Hawaiian Club Luau. We're going to preview this huge event with a haka lesson for yours truly. And we'll do it after this on News Channel 8 at Sunrise. Get ready to do it again, gentlemen.
Well, Drew Carney is out and about in Forest Grove this morning getting ready to celebrate the 53rd annual luau with Pacific University's Hawaiian Club.
Oh, and here's one of the traditions. We love seeing the dance, Drew, the
Yes.
haka, right?
Yes. Yes, before I deliver the haka, I must call for the haka. So I say, gentlemen, give me haka! Come on! What we're getting ready for, of course, is this weekend's 53rd annual Pacific University Hawaiian Club Luau. It is a great event, a wild event. There is great food beginning at 4:30, terrific entertainment starting at 6:30. Best news of the day, tickets are still available. Boxofficetickets.com. I'll say it again in case the audience didn't hear me. Boxofficetickets.com to get your tickets for the dance, for the show, for the dinner, of course, with all that traditional Hawaiian fare. Landon, come forward this morning. I always enjoy my visits out here every April to Pacific University. I feel as though the students have welcomed me in, have considered me part of their ohana.
Yes.
Hawaiian for family. You are like my brother, Landon.
Yeah.
My younger, better looking, probably more intelligent brothers. I want to learn the haka again this year. I want to beat my chest and arms and dance with the rest of the boys.
Sure.
Show it to me.
So a few basic moves. The beginning is slap your thighs. 1, 2,
Slap your chest. 1, 2.
Do you really hit your chest that hard?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
You gotta make it red.
Mine gets a little pinkish, I noticed, after the haka.
So we can try that again.
Again, yes? Together?
1, 2, 1, 2.
I got it. You do, boys ready? Gentlemen? Yeah. In your places, is there like, this is like a war cry, correct?
No, you can start them if you want.
Why would they be doing the haka back in the day on the Hawaiian Islands?
The haka is actually traditionally a Maori chant. We incorporated it in our luau for just representation of Polynesian cultures. But for the Maori, it was a tradition to war cry before they went into war to intimidate their opponent.
Intimidate the enemy. Never to let the women know you're coming.
No.
It was not used. You had a different call for that.
Yeah, different call for that.
This is to intimidate the enemy. Perhaps we are intimidating our early morning news competition on the other stations if they're watching, because they do, because they know where it's at. Okay, give it to me. How do we start?
We start with warning call. Kia rite, kia rite, kiumo! Kamate, kamate,
Pacific University, 53rd Annual Hawaiian Club Luau. It's coming this Saturday. Is anyone in as much pain right now as I am? Anyone feeling it this morning? And we're out of time, guys. Wow. I can just brush this off. This comes right off. Comes right off.
That's red.
Pink.
That did leave a mark.
Oh boy.
And Steve zooms in.
Yes, of course he does. Thanks a lot, Steve. Camera Steve.
Go.